Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League, and today we're doing Let's Talk F1 because guess what? We've got F1 on. It's about to start in 5 minutes. It's going to be a great race, but it's very fucking hot, not only in the UK, but also in Azerbaijan. Pierre Gasly has been going, guys, it's a bit hot, and I'm like, yeah, don't look at the weather forecast going on in the future, mate, because you are about to get scorched. But I'm joined by Chris. Chris, how are we doing, mate?
Afternoon, everyone. And just my usual self, Dud. And I'm looking forward to intriguing qualifying session.
Yeah, it's definitely good. It's definitely up there with one of the toughest for drivers. Such an interesting track, and it is a street circuit. But it's going to be an interesting one, but let's look at the track first. Let's do that. This is Azerbaijan. This is Baku. It's a very tough one. So down here is the start finish straight down by Chris. You go down to turn 1, up to basically it's all level apart from obviously as you go up to the church bit. But you go down to turn 1 that way. Then you go up to turn 2, then to turn 3, just pure straights for first sector. Then you get into the windy bit, a couple of chicanes, then up to the church, which is there. This is the church area. Very fucking tight. No overtaking will happen there, I can guarantee that. Now it's a long sweeping sort of bit up there, and then down, and then sector 3 is pretty much flat out. Ignore that as a corner. That's not a corner. Right, that's flat out. Right, all of that is flat out as you go down to a start finish straight. It's a mad track. It is really a mad track. The practice times are in. Obviously, Pierre Gasly, that was third practice. Let's go for first practice, shall we? Let's do this the right way. Max Verstappen topping the practice 1 with Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. In practice 2, it was Perez, Verstappen, Sainz, Leclerc. And then in practice 3, Pierre Gasly, Perez, Hamilton, Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, Alonso, Tsunoda, Ocon, Ricciardo, Vettel, Stroll, Bottas, Raikkonen, Verstappen, Latifi, Giovinazzi, Russell, Schumacher, and Dickhead. So that's all of them. Verstappen did crash in practice 3. I believe he's going to be okay to go out, but obviously we don't know the sort of damage. But don't forget, Verstappen has had issues before and he's smashed it. I have the same same belief that he'll smash it today. But Azerbaijan, what a track. It's a very quick track in terms of sector 1 and sector 3 really. Sector 2 it can be quick, but you've got to be very careful. There's a couple of corners that will catch you out. But Chris, out of this track, where is the toughest part of this track?
Well, I would say obviously the church, because you can't overtake. And it's not just that. It's like turning into there as well. Because, and it's just after that, where after the church, I think there's been a few crossing the barriers in practice. Charles, I think
even before the church, obviously,
even before
that's
the
where
church.
Charles Leclerc, I think, hit it in. I want to
Yeah,
say
that's
2019.
it, yeah.
He hit before he even got to the windy bit. So it was definitely that area that caught him out.
It's like it's kind of like Monaco, but obviously it's more overtaken. There's more overtaken, definitely.
Yeah.
On where then that finishing line.
Yeah.
That's where you mainly overtake.
Yeah, DRS, isn't it? So it's look, you're definitely right when you say there's a lot more overtaking. I suppose the breaking news that came out a couple of days ago or whenever over this weekend. I mean, we don't solely focus on Formula One, so we won't be bringing you updates every time something happens. Jesus Christ, I do want some sort of a life, even though that seems unlikely at this moment in time. But we are looking to bring in you more stuff sort of every going into next season. Watch out for this channel. It's really gonna improve. A lot of what we do is gonna get better. So make sure you tuned in for that time as well. F1 watch-alongs will get to a whole new level come the next season of football. Right? So when the Premier League starts after the summer, that's when this will really go to another level because of the work we're going to put in, and the technology is just going to get better and better for you guys. But Chris, before Q1 really starts, obviously they're all entering their outlap at this precise moment. Predictions for qualifying today. Who's going to be in that top three?
I put a tweet up saying it's going to be the most unpredictable qualifying.
I did. You did.
And I just think I still fancy Red Bull though. I think.
Yeah.
I think they're more used to the track. Mercedes are still struggling.
Yeah.
And I don't see Mercedes in the top three. I really don't.
Yeah, I hear that.
I think Verstappen will get first. Perez second. And I think Charles Leclerc will get third.
I hear that. I'm sort of in agreement with you. I mean, you did get your I think race prediction for Monaco last week or a couple of weeks ago absolutely horrifically wrong. Obviously, you were at Anfield that day, and you messaged me at the start. Well, I think it might be Bottas and Hamilton in there, and I'm like, yeah, that won't work out for you, Chris. You definitely thought that Lewis would overtake a fair few cars at Monaco, which I thought was a brave prediction. I was going to say that me and Charl got it right.
I was wondering that because I just thought when it comes to the race, it's all about Mercedes have got a good race strategy, but it is Monaco. It was Monaco, to be fair. Bit for it.
You could have the best race strategy in the fucking world, but it's Monaco.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, when I read that, I sort of slightly chuckled to myself. I was like, I feel like he might get that one wrong. And I said it would be. Well, I said Leclerc would be in there, but obviously we found out that Leclerc was not going to be in it. So I changed mine to Max, Sainz, and Norris, or something along them lines. So I thought that was quite. I got it right.
That was one of my reasons as well because of Charles. If Charles was in there, then obviously I would have put him like first or second, probably second.
Oh yeah, Max would have definitely squeezed him into turn one. It's Max, and that's just how it is. But we're starting the lap now. Obviously on board with Charles Leclerc as he goes into turn 4, turn 5 now, and straight up to turn 7. Now he's going to approach the church, but obviously set a purple sector 1, but no times have been set. So I hope he is setting a session best, but he's been overtaken now. Someone who's got a better sector 1 than him. There's 0% of rain. Just thought I'd let anyone know, just in case anyone got a bit confused. There is no chance of rain in Q1. I don't know about Q2 and 3, but I'm going to make an educated guess and say not a chance. As Leclerc comes down to turn 16. Now it's flat out. He'll go into turn 17, which is flat out, making sure that he's on the right line. Into turns 18 and 19, again, flat out, getting close to the barrier, but obviously not touching it. And oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Who has a wheel halfway off their car? That is Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll has taken half of his front right end off his car. And that means that Lance Stroll is out of Q1. There's absolutely no way that car is being fixed. Red flag is there. That is his session over already. Red flag, as you can see on the screen, as we await, obviously, that's sort of what happened to Max in
after the church.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was sort of what happened with Max, but Max did it a bit further in. But yeah, Lance Stroll is out of Q1. Half his front end is no longer a part of his car. Well, it is a part of his car, but he certainly isn't going to be able to use it. So Lance Stroll is out in Q1. Red flag. Only Charles Leclerc was able to set a lap time in that, and he set a 1:42.5. Now I don't know how that represents with the latest ones here. So let's have a look. A 1:42.5 would not really be enough. I don't think it would. He'll probably have to go out again. But yeah, Lance Stroll out. Hello, lads. Damn, 306 to quote. Da, baby, let's go. Yes, RJ. Let's go, indeed. Very excited. Red flag is out. It's a bit mad. Don't forget, 3 p.m. today, transfer talk. A very interesting transfer talk. It's 1 p.m., which is why I think there's less people in the comments, because we really don't have an early fan base. Like we don't have an early time.
The Chelsea curse from Monaco strikes again with the red flag.
He does strike again. He's like, yeah, no one else has allowed us that time, boys. Not a chance. Not happening. I win. But no, obviously, as I say, 3 p.m. today, transfer talk. Plenty to talk about. Got a little bit of Harry Winks, which I'm sure United fans are fucking delighted about hearing. Yeah, because that's who you want linked with your club. But I'll explain a little bit about that one later on. I don't. How much truth there is in that story, I frankly have no idea. RJ saying, hope you enjoy it. I won't be able to join today's transfer stream. That is gutting. Have a good one. Will do, RJ. Also, Neco Williams, got a little bit of an update on him, including a bit on my club as well, which I thought was fairly interesting on that. A little bit about Ronaldo. Some stuff about Sancho has come out now. Arsenal looking at a right back because they can't financially secure Max Aarons. I suppose that's what happens when you don't get European football. But back to Formula One. Instead of talking about how mudded Arsenal are in the muddy. Arsenal in the mud. But yeah, they're just continuing to show what the hell Lance Stroll was doing. I'm sure he's going to want to see this back on replay plenty of times, isn't he?
Indeed.
He locked up.
Yeah.
What a twat. What a twat.
No surprise, were you?
Yeah.
A lot of tribes have been doing that in practice.
Do you think he should use that runoff area?
I think so, yeah. Because
he would have been able to turn it in enough to get into the runoff area, brake, and then not destroy his car.
Bottas done it a few times in practice where he's locked up heavy and he's went into that one away.
Well, they're showing, I think, number 10. That's Gasly, yeah. Yeah, and see, Gasly uses the runoff and he's able to slow the car right down.
Yeah.
And then obviously get back onto track. Why do you think Lance didn't do that then? Just not intelligent enough?
Yeah, just not intelligent enough and being forceful as well. Getting forceful. Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
it was on the app or not.
I think
But
he was on a lap. He would have been on a lap, yeah.
Yeah. If he'd done it out, then that wouldn't happen, would it? I don't think. So I was. Yeah, just being forceful, really.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, and now obviously he's not gonna. He's out in Q1. A really bad start to the weekend for Lance Stroll. A lot of pictures being taken. A lot of people laughing at Lance Stroll's car. That front wing is probably going to need to be replaced as well. As is basically the front right of his car is going to need a little bit of work over the next few hours, ready for tomorrow's race. It don't look good.
We've done see a lot of incidents, in my opinion, this weekend.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I hear that. Obviously, Charles Leclerc, the only driver to set a lap time at the moment. So a bit of work maybe needed for the rest of the field. I mean, as I say, not the greatest start for Stroll, but it's not really been a great season for Aston Martin, has it? I mean, Vettel's slowly getting into it, but it's not been as good.
It was. I expected that, to be honest, because they weren't on the racing point last season. Surprisingly, getting the podium and then Paul in Turkey, and so it was always going to be a bit of drop off from that. It's where I expect them to be mid-table, top 10, getting the points.
See, I thought last season that they should be nowhere near where they were. And I'm glad I've been proven right, because they shouldn't be anywhere near.
Punson booked the weight.
Yeah, and I think obviously last year they obviously used Mercedes' car, didn't they? So they were able to gain an advantage from that.
Plus Ferrari had a drop off. Massive.
Yeah, where it was a huge drop off. They're back now, and I suppose the good thing with a lot of these street circuits is you've got the apartments and the balconies. So we do have some spectators obviously watching from the balcony and all of that. So do you know what? I'm going to say, well, so would I, but I'm going to say one thing. It's beautiful to have fans back, even if it is very limited via the capacity of basically your house. But I'm just delighted to see people back again watching Formula One. Same with the football. Obviously, it's great to see some fans getting back in there. We've definitely missed that, haven't we?
You could say it doesn't make a difference in F1, because I think football teams obviously need that atmosphere to thrive on. Because I think in F1, they're just really on the track way, and I don't really. But I think the fans do make a difference still.
Do you not think maybe at Silverstone, where especially for Lewis and Lando, George, that sort of home race for them, we the British do really get pumped up for Formula One, and do you not think that the atmosphere that's created at Silverstone is something that the drivers would miss? I mean, even the build up being it's very quiet. Obviously, the build up is much quieter now. Do you not think that's something that impacts the drivers just a little bit? Maybe takes a little bit of edge off their game. Not much, of course, but
I think it does help Hamilton massively, and Norris, all the British in their home raiders, they're out there to try.
And then you've got Ferrari at Monza, haven't you? Obviously,
Ferrari.
That Monza is a wall of noise, very much like Silverstone, and that will obviously impact Giovinazzi and Ferrari, won't it?
Remember when 2019 Charles Chris won the Grand Prix?
Oh,
it was mental with the fans.
Wow, that podium was beautiful, utterly beautiful, and look, I love seeing it. I really do. Obviously, Sky are just talking to Andrea Seidel. We'll speak to him in just a second. We've sent him the link, so he'll be popping on in just a second. I'm joking, by the way. Fat ass joke there.
Another example is Mexico for Perez as well. Checo.
Yeah, that's
Imagine that with Red Bull and fans hope he's back for that form for it.
Yeah. Obviously, Mexico and South America really struggling in terms of the pandemic and coronavirus, and obviously the Brazilians, the Brazilian national team not taking part of Copa America, which I think on terms of a football point of view for you, you're probably fucking delighted, because
Alisson,
Fabinho, Fabinho, like, I think for you it's more of a, we'll take as many players not playing internationals over the summer as physically possible.
I'm not happy about Trent being injured, of course not, but I am happy he's not at the Heroes for England, so he can stay. But I am an England fan as well, so I am disappointed at the same time.
I mean, obviously, we all know that football's coming home and that we're going to win the Euros quite easily, and that we fear nobody. You could have a watermelon in charge of us and we're still winning. And I mean a physical watermelon. Like, just go pick up a watermelon, put it on the seat. There you go. That's the tactics of Gareth Southgate, a watermelon. Or honeydew melon. I quite like a honeydew melon. Or the orange one. I can't tell you what the orange one is called, but I do like that one.
Oh, I hated that when you're on holiday in Spain and Mallorca. You're trying to sunbathe and you got this person saying, watermelon pestering you for watermelon. I don't want one. I don't want one.
I love melon. I couldn't tell you what the second one. I couldn't tell you what the yellow melon or the orange melon is, but I do like that one. But we're back on track. That's enough show filler for now. Us talking about melon, as you'd expect. The red flag is no longer there, so I can take down that. But yeah, I mean the drivers are out there again. Both Ferraris, both Haas. Perez is out there.
Did you hear about the shenanigans that's been going on between Red Bull and Mercedes about the rear win?
I've heard a little bit about it, but what have you got an update on it?
Well, they were both interviewed about it, Horner and Toto Wolff. Toto Wolff was obviously complaining about Red Bull's rear win being threatable. I don't know if that's him just being a bit scared that Red Bull are actually fast this season.
He's definitely scared and triggered, mate. That's for sure.
Then Christian Horner's response: "If I were Toto Wolff, I would keep my mouth shut."
Yeah, I mean, okay, so that means that Red Bull have got something on Mercedes as well. So this isn't quite going to go well. It was interesting. It was interesting because they were both interviewed after Monaco as well, and Horner gave quite it was jokey, but it was sort of like Red Bulls don't back away from a fight or something. It was very interesting how he worded it.
It's not just Mercedes been complaining; it's been McLaren who have been complaining about it as well. But
yeah, but they've got Mercedes engines in the back, haven't they?
Yeah.
So I don't want to accuse McLaren of doing whatever big boys tell them, but
personally, I just think it's a bit of scaremongering from Toto Wolff. Because Red Bull have their advantage at the moment this season.
I think also if you think about it, how many times have we seen the FIA get involved and then just go, yeah, it's all fine. Look, Formula One. If you want to talk, if you want to understand what Formula One is, it's the most political sport you'll ever get. So you thought football was political. Wait till you come to them. Just chill out with us in F1, and you'll see the politics flying. As we're on board with Max Verstappen for his fast lap.
I agree with Christian Horner. I agree. Just keep your mouth shut.
But he's saying that because he's definitely got something on Mercedes.
Yeah. FIA, the FIA, like you said, they won't be bothered. They'll just say, I honestly don't then they're happy.
Yeah.
Fine,
Did you see that bit of not spin, but Verstappen's car got very close to the wall
Yeah.
It looked like he'd lost it a little bit, which I thought was quite interesting. Big up to Mystic Wolf in the chat as well. Verstappen going through the church area. Now it's that high speed, basically a continuous sort of 180, but very fast, and he's going to have to be right onto the brakes here. This is where he crashed in P3. Gets it all perfect. Very wobbly coming out there. Very wobbly.
Oh,
Back end not really
so
agreeing with
close
Max
to the
Verstappen.
wall, man.
Yeah, he's, the back end really not agreeing with Max at all there. Oh, fucking hell. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. He's flat out. He is really pushing this this to the max, isn't he? He's really doing. And Max Verstappen with a 141.7. Is Perez going to beat him? No, Perez is a 141.9. Yellow flag in sectors 2 and 3.
Oh, here we go.
And I fuck knows who that is. It looks like it could be a Ferrari. Oh no, and that is Antonio Giovinazzi. Another red flag. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, he's all right as well.
There's another red flag. Brilliant. So more show filler. Same place, very similar place. Fucking hell. These drivers are utterly shocking at their jobs. We need new drivers.
See,
Harry Winks is fake news. Is it fake though, Wolf? Is it fake? Find out at 3 p.m. to find out.
we'll
I have a view. How is Mercedes doing? Not able to set a time at the moment because everyone keeps crashing their car. The top 5 though: Verstappen, Perez, Sainz, Leclerc, and Esteban Ocon. With Vettel 6th, Alonso 7th, Russell 8th, Schumacher 9th, Mazepin 10th. So half the grid of managers out of time, but Giovinazzi and Lance Stroll both out in Q1 now. So only 3 more drivers need to crash before no one gets eliminated. You did say that we'll be in for an interesting qualifying, and you've been proved right, Chris.
I'm mostly right every time, apart from that Monaco prediction. But
now, what's the lottery numbers for tonight?
0, 1, 2, do 1.
Loving it.
Well, see, this is the thing that the ones bloody crossing out are the ones who are not really. They're not really that elite driver. They're not really that good. Average.
Yeah. No, I do hear that. And more show filler. So in the last bit, we spoke a little bit about football and Melon. I thought Melon was quite an interesting one. What on earth do we do? I mean, how many more of them are gonna chuck their car into that? Let's have a little game. How many times is a car gonna shove their? How many drivers are gonna shove their car into that part of the wall?
Definitely each one. Even more.
I hear that. Shall we listen to a bit of team radio?
Yeah.
If I have any. I don't have any.
Lewis Hamilton's just done one.
Yeah.
But that was in the pits. But that was in the pits just now.
We've got Pierre Gasly.
Red flag, red.
Pierre Gasly just saying it's a bit annoying. There's the car to pick up Giovinazzi and take him back to his garage. Imagine what he's going to be saying. Hello, boss. Yep, dumped it in the barriers. Get again. Loving it right there. And bang! There goes Giovinazzi's car into a wall. It's quite interesting.
I tell you what, the power site must be proud of himself for not being. Yeah, obviously Mazepin I'm on about.
Yeah, he hasn't done it yet. He will. I reckon he's by next. He set a time though, 1:44.2. Definitely not going to be enough to get him out of Q1, I don't think. Do you think we'll see a Haskell Q1 at all this season?
Nope. Nah, that just. Nah, I can't see it. It just.
Only need 3 more drivers to crash, and they're actually both into Q2, which is quite mad.
That has to be trending on Twitter if that happens.
Imagine that. Imagine if. Oh my lord. I mean, at the moment, George Russell must be fucking loving life. He's like, yes, boys. Right, easy. Q2. This ain't even a challenge today.
Tell you what, Russell might have a chance of putting Q3 for the first time as a Williams driver.
I don't know about that. He's set at 144.1.
You never know. You never know. More
he might have. He's probably got a better time in there, hasn't he? He's probably got a better time in there. But no, it's not going very well for Giovinazzi and Lance Stroll at the moment. I don't think they'll be setting a time in today's qualifying.
But yeah, the top four at the moment's not surprising.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Ferrari actually, because for me, Ferrari have been absolutely mad this year. I mean, compare it from last year where Ferrari really struggled and were not themselves. They simply just weren't good enough. But what have you made of Ferrari today, or this season really?
This season, I expected improvement from last season with the partnership they've got with Leclerc and Sainz. I expected them to be back in the top 10, stolen point consistently.
Yeah.
Maybe not the third best team, but obviously behind McLaren in terms of the third best team. So yeah, expect to see improvement. And I'm unsure if they developed the car this season, because I know Haas didn't because of the rules next season.
I think Ferrari did make a fair few adjustments to their car.
Well, that would say a lot then, wouldn't it, about the performance
I think
this
they
season.
did some things with their power unit. I think there was a fair bit of power unit upgrades, to be fair.
Massive improvement then from that season. That was always
do we know if the power units are being carried over for the new rules in 2022?
I don't know. I think I'm actually unsure about that. I think some teams might carry them over.
So I know there's a lot of aero changes, a hell of a lot of aero change. The car's going to look very different to what they do now. But I don't know if the power units are being carried over, because it'll be, for me, it'll be interesting if the power units are carried over, because if that's the case, then Ferrari making them additions and them changes to their power unit this season would have no real effect going into 2022. But I suppose for a brand and the team Ferrari, the money that they simply have is just on a completely different level. So
yeah,
for me, I can see them doing well.
I can see them being, obviously not this season. Well, maybe this season, but with upcoming seasons to come, I think they'll be right back up there where they need to be. Yeah. Top three, the freedom fighting it out.
What, Red Bull, Ferrari, and
Mercedes. McLaren, we don't know, because we need to see how they differ in upcoming seasons.
Certainly be very interesting for McLaren running next season, because they've done such a good job this season. I mean, Daniel has struggled a lot with the car, and it's not been his greatest season of all time, but
expected. I think expected. In my opinion.
I think there was elements of it to be expected, but I think there's also elements of it that has just annoyed the shit out of him, to be brutally honest. You can see that he's getting very, not touchy, but very confused. He doesn't seem the same Daniel, but going into next season, obviously all the rule changes will most likely help Daniel a little bit, because it levels the playing field for sort of everyone. Because if you look at Max, he's going to be very comfortable in that Red Bull because he's been in there so long. The same with Leclerc, the same with sort of Lewis and Valtteri. So I think if you put all of that together, I mean, the fact that all the cars are going to feel different, everyone's going to be sort of leveled out there, the playing field. I think that's going to be something that I think does help Daniel going into next season. So do you see the season as just trying your best, trying to do what you can and then really push on in 2022?
It's the same. You could say the same for Vettel as well. Because Vettel's got off to a slow start at Aston Martin, but did that
He's
a
doing
good
quite
recent
well,
result. Did that good
He's
recent
doing-
result though. I think it was was it fifth in Monaco in the race, something like that, fifth or sixth.
Yeah, he did very well in Monaco.
So I think Vettel with Hardo, just for them to try their best for this season. Then next season you see everyone on the level playing field, as you said.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Obviously, Q1 has restarted.
Third time lucky.
Yes, I hear that. We've still got 9 minutes of Q1 to go, and then we've still got Q2 and Q3. I'm glad that I'd done all my prep work early this morning, as if not, I'd have been a little fucked right now. Because I'm gonna straight after this go get lunch and then ready for transfer talk at 3 p.m. Don't forget today, a really busy day today. Let's quickly go over what we've got. So obviously Formula One right now to 3 p.m. we've got transfer talk. 5 p.m. we've got Wales versus Albania watch on. That should be an interesting one. See a bit of David Brooks, Harry Wilson, Neco Williams, all of that lovely stuff. A bit of Dan James as well to spice up your life. And then you've got transfer talk again at 10 p.m. So there's a little break between about 9 and 10. No, 7 and 10. 7 and 10. I've got a bit of a break, a bit of a relax before transfer talk at 10 p.m. tonight. And then tonight at 11:30, a really good stream for you in terms of what we've got. So I don't know if you remember, Chris, when Sky and Gary and Jamie did that sort of points, working out the best teams over like a 3-year period. They like gave 5 points for a Champions League and all of that. We've done the same, but for clubs. So it's I'm not going to go through a point system. I'm very much saving it all for tonight. But there's a point system. There's a league table, and yeah, a lot of good stuff coming today. Really interesting. Who is the best team, both domestically and of all time? They've just showed that Lando Norris is going to be investigated after the session for procedures. Do we know what that's about?
Don't know, honestly. He must have done something. But
Due to possible infringement on red flag procedures.
Oh, he might have. It might have been on the off, maybe on the red flag. This because
he didn't set a time under the red flag though. He's not set a time that I can see anyway. I mean,
no, he hasn't.
He has. He set a 14 minutes 59 seconds. 14 minutes 59 seconds. So at that moment, right now, he would get through.
Timmy Whiting's, I think, done team radio. I think one of the Haas drivers was in his way.
Of course. Haas driver. We've got Daniel Ricciardo. Nothing coming up just yet. The minute we get a bit of Kimi radio, trust me, it'll be the first thing. We'll stop everything and listen to it, because Kimi team radio is that's a different level of entertainment, really, for me. But 5 minutes of Q1 to go. Fast laps being set now. There needs to not be a crash, because the longer it gets, the harder it's going to be. Latifi jumping up to P8.
I think it was Mazepin Timmy Whiting's way.
Wouldn't surprise me. Valtteri Bottas going into the dodgy part, close to the wall, but doesn't hit the wall. No, the interesting thing is he set a yellow sector 1, a green sector 2, but it's not the greatest of laps of all time for Valtteri. Sonoda up to 8th.
They don't be another team to tell for.
Raikkonen 10th. Yeah. Raikkonen. Leclerc jumps to Hamilton jumps up to P4. He splits the Sainz and Leclerc unit there. Bottas are down in P8.
Shocking.
Wow, with a 142.7, so not a great lap there. Lando only into P13. Ricardo up to P6, so Ricardo setting a really good lap time there. Sets a 142.3.
Safe to say the Haas stream is over now. They're back into the bottom 5.
Yes, they are, as is George Russell at the moment. Norris with a 143.1. Russell with a 143.7, so a vast improvement needed for him. He is about 600 tenths of a second behind Latifi. Remember, George Russell has never been out-qualified by his Williams teammate in his career in Formula One. He's only been out-qualified by Valtteri Bottas. That was when George did that time in Mercedes in the Sakir Grand Prix, which was, I thought, quite an interesting stat there. They've still not given me Kimi Räikkönen team radio, which I think upsets me a little bit. Fuck you, Formula One. I hope you get relegated.
It's alright, anyways, because I can rewind it after the stream and see what he's been saying.
Yeah, they'll probably send it through in a second, but more flying laps are going to be done now. The drivers getting that sort of perfect gap between themselves. Latifi is in the pits though, which I think is interesting. Is Latifi going to have time to set a fast lap? He probably will, actually. He'll probably come out quite soon. He'll need to come out soon though. Obviously, 3 minutes left to go of the session.
Wouldn't surprise me if he just accepted, you know what, bottom 5, but Williams have improved this season, especially from last season as well.
We have Charl, who is calling in from work.
Yeah,
how is your day going so far?
Not bad. It's going to be great when it's over, but you're alone.
When is it over?
4:30.
Oh, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Verstappen currently topping Q1 with a 141.7.
There's another yellow flag. Oh no!
Is this going to turn into a red flag? It is Schumacher. Schumacher is the guy stopped in Q1, as is George Russell. George Russell has also stopped on my tracker. They've all stopped on my tracker. 2 minutes warning. My tracker's not working at the moment. I couldn't honestly tell you what's going on.
That's a great start to the day.
I know, it's brilliant. There's a yellow flag in sector 1, so a green flag. So the track is clear now.
Yeah, it's clear.
I don't know what is going on with my tracker. Nope, the tracker has frozen. The tracker has frozen. So we're going to be very much reliant on what I can see on the TV.
Where did Hamilton finish? In Q1.
Well, Hamilton is just setting a fast lap now. Q1 is still going on. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Daniel Gasly goes up to 6th. Hamilton is 4th at the moment. Comes across the line and goes first with a 141 point something. Let me restart my tracker because that is
Verstappen, you're going to have to go out and do another lap. Thank you very much. Okay, bye.
Not in Q1, he won't be, because Q1 is about to end, but it's about Q3 that is really the important bit.
I keep forgetting. I just get so competitive. I really do. Like, I really need help with this shit. I get so competitive, and I'm like...
Wolf saying me and Charl were right about Conte talks broke down Spurs in the mud.
Indeed.
Spurs definitely are in the mud. They are so far in the mud that they would like some quicksand to get them out. That is.
They're going to need more than quicksand.
This is why I rejected them.
Yeah, obviously, we brought you the news that Chris had rejected Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. For many reasons, he rejected them for many reasons. Lando Norris is on a quick lap at the moment.
I had
Yay.
I had a checklist, like 100 reasons why I would check at Tottenham.
Norris is currently 15th, so he is in the danger zone.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This man needs to get a grip with his life. Let me tell you, I like.
He's just
Highlander,
set. He's
he
just
needs to
set
get
a
a
green
grip.
sector 1. He's just set a green sector 1. At the moment.
I don't care. Like, he needs to start getting his act together, to be honest. He's not being paid to do this.
I hear that. I do hear that indeed. Norris, what can he do in sector 2? He's nearly out of sector 2 now. And he sets a green sector 2. We're about to find out. Yes, Norris sets a green sector 2, so he's on a good lap at this precise moment. He's
well, he best not mess it up.
Okay, he won't. He's not at risk. Latifi and Schumacher both haven't set good enough laps to knock him out. Mazepin is definitely not going to knock Lando Norris out. Lando comes across the start-finish straight, and across the line he goes, and he jumps up to 5th place with a 142.1.
And that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about.
Alonso coming.
He's in the pits. He's in the pits.
Oh. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Who's in the
pits? Alonso.
Oh, I don't care about him. You're acting like Lando Norris was in the pits, and I just panicked. I was like, no, this can't happen. This can't happen. I don't care if Alonso's in the pits. I really couldn't care at all.
It wouldn't matter because Lando is
The only people I care about is Verstappen, Leclerc, and Lando Norris. Like, anyone else can absolutely do one.
So they were showing will be investigated after session red flag procedures, and I'm not really sure what's happened there.
No, to be honest, neither am I.
Amadeep saying, "Well, no, that the car really goes vroom vroom. It really does.
Oh dear,
it really does." And
Schumacher. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad for saying this, but it sounds better when Dom says it.
Yeah.
I possibly couldn't comment. He's currently on holiday with his lady friend, or shall I say, Mrs. Domenico Puerto Rico. No, what? Dom, not Jeannie. Jeannie hasn't got a girlfriend.
No, Dom and Jeannie are together. Dom and Jeannie together,
Dom's definitely cheating on Jeannie. Oh, Charl was just saying he aborted his lap.
Great.
Which really doesn't impact, but luckily we finally got Q1 done. Amar is sad now. Unbelievable.
Why? Because Lewis Hamilton is probably going to lose this.
No, I think it's because you said that it's better when Dom says it. He's taking that to heart.
Dom started this, to be fair. Like, I don't have anything against it, but when Dom says it, you can just imagine it in Dom's voice and him being a dick about it. Like, you really can.
It's okay, Amir. I appreciated it. But yeah, Q1 is done. Hamilton topping the list there with Verstappen second, Perez third, Sainz fourth, Lando Norris fifth, Leclerc 6th, Gasly 7th, Ricciardo 8th, Ocon 9th, Vettel 10th, Bottas all the way down in 12th, and he's only just ahead of George Russell. This is mad.
I'm gonna have to go
saying, now. Okay, not a problem. Thank you for popping in there.
It's all right. Guys, please smash the like button, subscribe to this channel. If you actually want to see my face later, I'm going to be on a gal's channel at 4 a.m. to do the Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul watch along.
Ooh, that'll be good.
Which is happening.
I'll be asleep for that because that fight interests me about as much as hepatitis.
To be fair, the only thing that's interesting me is the fact that I want to see Logan Paul get knocked the hell out.
I'll just watch the videos of that tomorrow morning. I'm not waking up. I'm not watching it live. Jesus, that would be. I can't believe they're charging you fucking box office rate. Mad.
Yeah, no. But yeah, guys, please smash the like button and get this channel to 400 followers immediately. Like, do it now. If you're not subscribed, you'll
Thank
have to
you.
deal with me. That is really not what you want to do. You really don't want to deal with me with like 7 shifts in a row, like tired as hell. Like, good luck with that one.
Niall
But
saying
yeah,
it isn't the fight tomorrow night.
no, it's Saturday. It's tomorrow morning.
Oh,
It's in America, so it will be tomorrow morning at
yeah.
4
It's
a.m.
a weird one. Yeah, it's
Um,
I know what you're saying.
But yeah, I will. I will be back on tomorrow for the official race.
Yep.
So yeah, take care, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Catch you in a bit. Bye. That was nice for Charl to pop in. Bun Hamilton, I'm on the Mazbin hype train now. That I do hear. I'm carrying on his legacy. Yes, you are, Amir. Dom hopefully will be back on the channel very soon. We have missed him. Obviously, there's a lot of the old guard that we're missing on this channel at the moment. But they've not been replaced. Haven't replaced them at all. But we've got new people who come on and provide the entertainment for this channel, and they're taking it to that next level. But yes, we can't wait for Dom, RJ, and well, RJ's popping in and out quite a bit now, but Dom and Jeannie and even Tom, we can't wait to have them back on the channel with the pure banter, but Q1, Chris, it's only just finished 45 minutes after Q1 started. So, what did you make of Q1?
Madness. But Bombshell is finally over. As much as it was entertaining. So, hopefully Q2 doesn't do the same. Like, free stuff starts.
Oh God, could you imagine? I mean, now everyone's got that site, haven't they? They've worked on, they know the site. It should really help them. There's a bit of a fight to get to the front of the pit lane. Amir saying, "I'll be right back. I'm going to go and smoke upon the devil's lettuce." You do that, mate. You do that, buddy. Now I want some. I used to smoke that. Now it's very occasionally I do that. But yeah, there's a bit of a queue now as I need to pause my tracker because it's way ahead of Z timing. And pit lane is open now. And pit lane is open. The cars are coming onto the track. And it really should be an interesting one, shouldn't it?
Interesting and intriguing, which is mainly the same thing, where you.
I hear that. I do hear that. Q1 Baku has been more interesting than the whole of the Monaco. Not gonna lie, I hear that. I do hear that completely. One of the greatest of all time. Oh, and now my driver tracker is
Obviously, Singapore's not done be Quantum 3 this season. I think that's been removed off the yet because of COVID reasons, and it's that I think they're on the amber yet or something like that.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
this is fair enough, but I do love Singapore Quantum 3 when it's under the lights.
Oh yeah,
night race as well.
Apparently they're looking at replacements for that. So do you have any idea what that could be? Oh
dear! Oh, this is mad.
Vettel may be in big trouble there. Big trouble. It was just the way he came flying out. Yeah, he may genuinely be in big trouble there. Not the greatest of things for him. Sebastian could be in big trouble for his behaviors that he's shown there. A couple of comment here. The fuck is Vettel doing? I couldn't tell you, but it was very dangerous, very dumb of him.
It's a bit like driving. It's a bit like when you're driving as well. You know, on the road and pretty people in the woods sometimes. And this over
Yeah,
two,
it was very dumb of him. I'm not gonna lie to you, very dumb of him. But no, I mean, we're obviously we'll see what everyone does. Some fast laps are gonna come through now. Sergio Perez, Verstappen, looks like they're the two in the front. Vettel, I have no idea. They've allowed Vettel to go right ahead. But do you think Vettel might be in a bit of trouble? I mean, we do know that Vettel he's got anger issues when it comes to Formula One, and his behaviour sometimes is a bit rude.
Especially at this
track. I mean, it turned his Formula One car, a very expensive Formula One car, into a fucking bumper car a few years ago. 2015, wasn't it?
Was funny though, that moment.
It was hilarious, but in God's green earth, what was he thinking?
He protested me. He did this to me.
Yeah, so you just thought you'd just go up to him and bump into him like Jesus. And Mars saying now they've cancelled Singapore has been now that the Singapore GP has been cancelled, maybe they can go across the lake and to Malaysia and bring it back to Sepang.
That would be good.
That would be a shout. That would be a very good shout. They may do that. They're going to want it around that area of the world, aren't they? Because they do like to have it split. So, Amir, you may be right in terms of Malaysia. I'd love them to go back to Sepang. Absolutely love it, especially when you have torrential rain. I do love a race with torrential rain. Perez goes top wheel 141.6. Verstappen third wheel 141.7. Not the greatest lap of all time. Lando Norris, what can Lando do as he comes down the start-finish straight? It's a very long start-finish straight as well, and across the line he will be going in about 9 years' time, and he goes fourth with a 141.8. Now it's Charles Leclerc's time. What can Charles do? Charles goes second wheel 141.6. And now on board with Valtteri Bottas, a very slow sector 2 though. Valtteri of a slow sector 2. What can Valtteri do? Well, Daniel goes 9th with 142.5.
No, he's backed out of it, Bottas.
Bottas has backed out of it because he is a pussy. If they come in September, then you'll get what you want now, because that's monsoon season for Malaysia. Yeah, buddy. I love that. I'd love it. I do love a Formula One race to be affected by rain, because not only does it force the drivers to be good, but it also gives me a lot of entertainment, especially considering we're going to be doing watch-alongs. So, Chris, if we do end up at Malaysia, get a load of show filler ready for that day. We'll have quite a bit.
We don't need it.
Yeah, Chris writes in the book an entire idea for show filler. I'll do the same, and we'll still need more.
I remember Perez for Sauber, and he had a good race in the age. I think it's 2012. I think something. I think it was 2012.
Yeah, I think so. I think you were right there, because didn't he move to McLaren in 2014?
Or 13, I think. What, one of the years? I think it's 14.
Was it 13? I'm pretty wasn't it Magnussen in 13? Who was it? Who was with Button in 2012? It's Lewis in 2012.
It was Hamilton. Then Hamilton moved to Mercedes in 2013.
So was it Magnussen before Perez or Perez before Magnussen?
No, it was Magnussen, I think. Because I remember.
Yeah. Because didn't he have a podium in?
He had a podium in Australia.
Yeah, that's the one, and it got taken away from him. So I think you are right, because he only had one season with McLaren, didn't he? Magnussen, that is.
Yeah, and
then
I think Perez only had one season with McLaren.
Yeah, I think because didn't Fernando go to McLaren in 2015? Yeah, because he was teammates. Was he teammates with Jensen for 2 seasons or 1 season?
I think it was one season. I think, because I think Button did retire after.
Yeah, and he came back for Monaco, didn't he, Jensen?
Yeah.
That is, and
Then
filled in
stop
for Alonso.
Then
Yeah, it was Van Dorn.
with PS Button
Um,
season after. Then
yeah,
Alonso
yeah, yeah.
Alonso and Van Dorn, sorry, as the
Yeah, Alonso Van Dorn. Then it was Alonso and that one.
Was it-
Was it Alonso? I don't know. Oh, Verstappen goes top wheel 141.6. Oh my God, Charl wrapped me in. When did Lando get there? Oh, it might have been. Was that the year Carlos went in?
might have been because
Did Carlos and Lando go in at the same time, or was Carlos there for a year?
no, because I think Carlos was at Toro Rosso, which is now called AlphaTauri.
It was
And-
at Renault as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was at Renault,
season-
and it's a mad one. And I think Norris, I think they did go in together. I think.
Yeah, I think they were. It's a madness. It's a complete madness. Trying to work out the history of McLaren, they've had such an up and down season, year, 10 decade. Now, on a scale of 1 to bold Ford, how much of a bold Ford is Pep Guardiola? Well, Pep Guardiola is a bold Ford, big bold Ford. What about you, Chris?
Agreed.
Do you think he should have been sacked by City?
Oh, it's more.
If so, would you have done it publicly, like just walk onto the field with a microphone and sack him live on live television? I would.
Yep. Yeah, I would. I'll just say I've only got 3 words to say to you. It's sacked.
No, I chokeslam him and then sack him.
But it's a hard one because he has won everything else.
No, I'd go get if I was Man City, I'd go get Southgate. I promise you, he's a great manager. I don't want him to leave England, but I suppose if we have to, then we can go get Graham Potter, then, can't we? It'd be a shame to lose Southgate, but yeah, Southgate, you can go to Tottenham. There you go, Tottenham. If you want to be loved by us all again, and you want us to respect you for about a day, go take Southgate for us. Go get Southgate. I'll show you a lot of love on this channel for at least a few weeks. And then we can go get Graham Potter England. I like that. He doesn't deserve the name Pep. Use his real name, Joseph Guardiola. Conte to be England manager. Fuck that, mate. Nah. Well, Graham Potter. He would do unspeakable things to the French.
Conte wouldn't want to be in the manager anyways, if I'm being honest.
No, I want Potter. I think his tactics he would do unspeakable things to France. Absolutely unspeakable.
He's still, to be fair, he still plays 3 at the back door, Potter.
Yeah, but he wouldn't with England. Seems if Joachim Low joins the English national team, rather he didn't. I want Graham Potter.
Every name that's been thrown out, and Niall just goes, no, I want Graham Potter.
Yeah, it's like I want English, so I want an English manager. Like most other teams, they have one from their country. I want English. I'm not having Eddie Howe. I want Potter.
Sean dies. They still say.
Fuck off.
They still say, no, Graham Potter. His name's not Graham Potter.
I mean, I don't know about you, but if I have a choice between Sean Dyche and Graham Potter, I'm picking Potter.
I think you've just picking Potter for every name that's been thrown out.
Absolutely not. I do not want. I do not want to be watching Frank Ball at England. Fuck that. He'll play the fucking hexagon with the 2 central midfielders in the middle doing God knows what. I suppose Mason Mount will be quite happy, but no. In absolutely no way do I want to see that sort of football at England national. Nah, mate. I want Grandpa. I'll eat. And do you know what? If Steven Gerrard does a fairly good job at Rangers, I'd consider him, but it'd have to be good tactically, very good tactically.
Yes,
I'd want to see him get Rangers do well, and I'd want to see him do well in the Champions League with Rangers. Like, if he gets out the group and does well in the last round of 16, I'll consider. I'd consider Stevie G.
That's gonna be.
He'd put Kane on the. Fuck that! I want my most prolific goal scorer sat on that penalty spot.
Yes,
That's what I want.
Yes, he's sat on the penalty spot.
And I literally want crosses coming in from Trent and Luke Shaw. End of. It's not up for a debate. That is how it needs to be. I want Harry Kane up top, crosses flooded in by Trent and Luke Shaw and sorted. Back to the Formula One though. Only a minute 40 seconds left of this to go. Very tight at the top. And that is that Lando?
Ricciardo.
Is that Daniel? Oh, Daniel Ricciardo has knocked himself out of queue.
Red flag. Oh,
and Daniel has taken his front right off his car. He no longer has a front right, and he's now out of Q2. Won't set a better time. That sort of leads into there. R.I.P. Daniel Ricciardo. R.I.P. indeed. Daniel Ricciardo in the mud, literally.
Yes, though, Alpha Tauri. Look at them.
Fuck me, what the fuck is Tsunoda doing?
Session will not be restarted.
Whoa. Yeah, the session is over, so that is Q2 done. Vettel is out, as is Ocon, Ricciardo, and Raikkonen, and George Russell are all out in Q2. Going into Q1 is Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, Gasly, Bottas, and Fernando Alonso. Daniel Ricciardo having a great day today.
It's that corner. It's that corner again.
Nah, that's a different one. We haven't seen anyone done there, haven't we? It would appear that people don't know how to turn anymore. This is true. This is true. Now, I'm pretty sure in that turn 2 or turn 1. Turn 1 or 2.
Yeah, it is because it did say sector 2, I think, so.
Yeah. You lying to me, Chris. You lied.
Well, they do look similar, but...
I mean, they're red barriers. Nah, that's turn 2.
Yeah, turn 2. Well, it doesn't matter. He's passed out in the words. Doesn't matter.
If I was Daniel, I'd just sit in the car and be like, lift me as well. Fuck it. I don't want to go back. You can't make me. Yeah, if I was Daniel, I'd be like, yeah, I'm staying here. Lift me up. I'm leaving. I'm gone. I'm not getting out. Bit mad.
That's your Vettel there. Vettel just gave him a look and that was it.
Yeah, Vettel's like, oh shit, car in the wall. Nah, fuck you. He's been knocked out. Sebastian Vettel will not be a part of Q1. England is. They left out Heskey and Crouch of the Euro team. Oh god, that would hurt my head. Oh, I've already had to deal with that before. Oh god, Defoe. Oh.
2010.
Oh
5.
god.
Oh god.
God, don't remind me of. I don't want to be reminded of any national tournament that involved a man with grey hair. Or Steve McLaren. Don't want to be reminded of 2008 either. Tom's saying more red flags than the cop on match day. That is true. That is true. Session won't be restarted, so that is that. Egder saying, "Are you going to be doing Wimbledon watch-alongs?" Considering that I'll be doing watch-alongs for most of the Euros, I think there's a little bit of doubt if I'm doing tennis.
Would you do watch-ons for tennis though? I don't think it's a sport you'd be doing watch-ons for, unless they do a dud shot and then everyone shots and all that.
Yeah, what am I going to be doing is, whoa, they've hit it, now they've hit it, they've hit it, they've hit it. That would be a complete madness. I don't think that would work too well. That'd be probably the worst. It'd be like doing golf. He's hit the ball and he's in the sand, or he's in the water, one or two. Even tennis better for Formula One. I love Formula One. I don't know about you. We might be doing some BTCC. If there's some time to do that on a Sunday. You might do a watch along if it was Nadal versus Federer. Yeah, I mean that I might. I don't know if tennis is really there. Radio 5 Live do live golf. So your argument don't hold water. Okay, well here's argument number 2. I'm not interested in tennis and golf. if I'm being brutally honest with you, I don't like tennis or golf.
I only
so
watch.
How's that? Does that argument hold water?
I only watch from Wimbledon and that's it. And tennis.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I'm pretty sure that argument holds water. Come on, lads, let's do a Garden Bowls watch along. Let me think about that. No. Yeah, it's how is golf a sport? I hear that. It's funny you say how strange it would be to do live tennis. Do you do live cars going around a track? Yeah, but I like F1. I'm very much into my motorsport, so I like F1. And it's there's a bit more to talk about. That's my argument.
And also, incidents happen, crashes happen at some point.
I do. And look, I like it. I really do. How is cricket a sport? See, I quite like cricket, but I wouldn't want to watch it. If that makes sense at all. British touring cars. Cars are interesting. Tennis is stupid. Chris takes pleasure from crashes. That's sick. I just want to confirm it's the crashes where the drivers are not hurt.
Yeah.
That's the one. Cricket 12-hour stream on the horizon. I don't think so. Look, right now we do football and a bit of Formula One. When we get bigger, in terms of the channel, and I mean a lot bigger. So I'm talking double-figure subscribers, or even maybe a bit more than that. We would rebrand, not completely rebrand, but we would move Formula One to like a different a different channel. So we would have like Let's Talk Formula One as a different channel, and it's at that stage that we would probably do potentially a bit of other things. So it's really based on the YouTube channel. So when this channel grows a lot bigger, and I mean, as I say, double figure subscribers and watch hours and all of that work with it, we would potentially expand to doing more sports. But don't forget, it also is just me at this precise moment that does a lot of the hosting. So as I say, when it gets bigger and all of that, we can then work on doing other things. But at this precise moment, the workload is already flying. So yeah, that's the element of that. Cars 3 watch along. I can confirm we won't be doing a Cars 3 watch along. Yeah. Matt keeps bugging me to do an EastEnders watch along. I don't think we'll be doing that. When you get bigger, like 20 viewers, no, it would. So it would have to be much bigger and all of that. Put me down for NBA livecast, but I want a cut of the money. Well, that's part of the issue, really. No one gets paid, not even I've got. We're not monetized yet, but that's what I mean. When the YouTube channel is taken to that next level, that's when we'll look at expanding and doing more, because then we can look at paying people to host certain things and really take this channel to another level. But that is way down into the future. We have to get monetized first. Watch hours we're going to have, but what I need you to do is share the streams on all your socials. Get as many people onto a channel as possible, because that way we'll get more, hopefully more subscribers. So share the stream on all your socials. Tell your mates where they can find us, and then we can do a lot more about that. We'll say NBA sucks. And there was a bit of a kerfuffle between the Mercedes and the Ferraris in the pit lane there as we approach Q3. So I need to take off the red flag bit there, because the red flag is not actually there. Don't forget, in 50 minutes time we'll be doing let's transfer talks, so make sure you check out that one. Dog racing watch along? Nope, that definitely wouldn't be something I'm interested in doing. Yeah, don't know about you, Chris. I'm not really into dog racing or horse racing for that matter.
Unless my daughter's in it, then no, I'm not interested.
Kenny OnlyFans watch along. I do not want to see that. I do not. Unless you want to watch me putting bleach in my eyes for the duration of that watch along, I don't think that's quite going to happen. Although we are still waiting for Dom to do his OnlyFans. He says he's struggling with authentication. So yeah, we're waiting on Dom to set up his. I think it was I want to say 300 subscribers, or it might have been a little bit more, or private Twitter, one of the two. It was meant to do one of them. So make sure you message Dom Linden on Twitter and ask him about this private Twitter he's meant to be doing. We're still yet to receive this. God knows what he was going to do on it. That's something that I don't think we can discuss right now. But check out for Late Night Let's Talk, where we can discuss a variety of issues. It's past the watershed. Make sure that you're of age, because Late Night Let's Talk, it can go way down into a different conversation. So that is true. A paint dry watch along. I would rather do a paint dry watch along than watching Kenny's OnlyFans. So that could be arranged. What color paint would you like us to watch dry? That's the question. Q3 has started though. 9 minutes and 30 seconds of that session to go. I need to pause that now. That's way ahead of me there. But this is the one that really does matter, obviously. This sets the qualifying, or sets the sort of things for tomorrow, the positions for tomorrow. Hamilton with a personal best in sector 1. Valtteri is warming up his tyres.
So already did qualifying for AlphaTauri, then in the top 10, but they will want to aim higher.
Yeah, absolutely. Eggshell seems sophisticated enough. Perfect. We'll go for Eggshell. So we'll sort that out. Chris, you need to go paint something Eggshell, and we'll do a watch along.
You'll
kind of want. Amir saying kind of want Leclerc to get pole again. He deserves a win. I hear that. As long as Verstappen's second, and absolutely smashes Lewis in terms of points for tomorrow, because that is really needed. I think, is Lewis still above Max? Maybe, I think it's by a point now. A lot of the gap was way closed after Monaco.
I actually thought Verstappen was first in the
choice. Or that it could be one or two.
I'm sure Verstappen's 4 points ahead of Hamilton, because Hamilton had a bad
it could be
Monaco race.
It could be.
In the 7th.
The tracker isn't working very well. I can actually check that for you now. Yeah, actually, you are right. Max is top with 105 points. Lewis second with 101. Lando third with 56. And Valtteri Bottas with 47. Perez with 44. Leclerc with 40. And Sainz with 38. And Daniel Ricciardo eighth with 24. So it's very close. It is very, very close. Constructors, Red Bull Racing are 1 point ahead of Mercedes on that. So watch out. It's get very, very tight.
I agree with
Nobody
that
deserves
comment.
anything. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. That's a very interesting way of looking at it, a very professional way of looking at it. 45 minutes transfer talk. Plenty to get in to there. It's definitely going to be an interesting one. I'm very excited about it, actually. Very excited. 6 minutes 40. How is my boy Hamilton doing? Hamilton is down in 7th at the moment, but he hasn't quite set a time, I don't think. If I'm being 100% honest with you. Don't think he set a time. I don't think he has. God.
Oh, that's second for Hamilton.
Second for Hamilton is in second with a 41.4, which is a bit mad for him. How the fuck is he on 1.05k subscribers? Chatty shit. He's better not be fucking monetized. I'll be fucking fuming.
Who's that? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, never mind indeed. Never mind indeed. Actually, the best way to check is what? Oh my god, he's genuine. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ, he's actually got monetized. Wow, YouTuber in the mud. That's all I'm saying. Theo from PF2 looks interesting. I can't say I've watched him, to be honest. 5 minutes of the session to go. Leclerc first with 141.2, Hamilton second, Verstappen third, Sainz fourth, Norris fifth, Perez sixth, Alonso seventh, Bottas eighth, Tsunoda ninth, and Gasly is 10th. But Gasly and Tsunoda are both on outlaps, and here comes Tsunoda now, starting his fast lap. With 4 minutes 30 seconds of the session to go. And what are we going to do here? Which is a complete madness. YouTube, I can't believe they've allowed that man to steal money off a charity. That's unbelievable. I'm in utter shock right now. But we move.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
FYI, SVE TV are racists. Just want to confirm that for you right now. So if you don't like racism, don't go to his channel. That's what I will say there. Can we say Norris is the king of the midfield, or is it too early? I think you can say that he's doing very well. I think there's elements of it. He's been very consistent, hasn't he? Very consistent. Gasly of the purple sector 1 as he comes into sector 2 now. Well, he's already in sector 2, halfway through it, actually.
I usually don't buy your subs either. Just saying.
Yes, this is true. Fuck knows how he's got watch hours for that. It's utter madness. Me and RJ need to talk about this. Not that he can do anything, but he'll definitely be he'll be shocked. But here comes Pierre Gasly and Tsunoda into the last sector. Gasly is going to come across the start-finish straight before Tsunoda. So what are we going to have here?
No, Sonoda's first ahead of Dadsy, then
Oh,
here comes Dadsy.
Sonoda 7th. Gazzy 4th with a 141.5.
Good.
What a lap.
What's
Tottenham
that,
in the mud,
guys?
pass it on. Chris, Tottenham are in the mud, pass it on.
Yeah,
and,
I'll be right back. I'll tell my neighbours.
and it's getting a bit tight. Obviously, a lot of people on outlaps now. Obviously, everyone but Gazzy and Sonoda. Everyone but them. It's interesting that for a channel, there's 1.05k subscribers. They have 4 viewers right now.
Unbelievable.
A little bit suspicious. Little bit suspicious that. I think we've got 2, but Formula 1 isn't the most exciting thing out there. Lots of people, I watch it. I don't think many people do YouTube on it, probably for reasons. But hey, maybe we can get the Formula 1 out there. Let's get as many people tuned in as possible. 140 to go of the qualifying session. Outlaps all being done now, so there's going to be a lot of waiting around, a lot of people fighting for position or hanging back. You want to be last over that line, really. You do, as we see that it looks like Charles Leclerc there, and there's some people on the barriers, well, in their houses, on balconies. But what a sight! It's the most expensive car park ever you'll see there, with a shit ton of F1 cars going slowly. And here they go. They're just going to fight for position now. They're just going to fight, and fight a bit more as they all slow down. And they'll want to make sure they've got enough time to get across that start-finish straight. Don't forget, you can get across the start-finish straight with a second to go, and then still set your lap time, so you don't have to be there very quickly. But we're on board with, I think that is Max Verstappen, or is that Sergio?
Yeah, it's Verstappen.
That is Max Verstappen. On board with Verstappen as he comes out the final, well, not the final corner, but you know what I mean, before the really fast straight. And with 20 seconds to go, he comes across the start-finish straight with 16 seconds left of the session to go into turn 1.
Everyone's on the lap now.
Everyone is on the lap, apart from Lewis, who's still saying outlap. Yellow flag in sector 1. And there we go.
Sonoda.
Red flag and Sonoda. There's a Ferrari without a front wing as well. So God knows what's happened here. Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is first, Hamilton second, and Red Bull is in third.
Oh no,
Session stop. It's Sainz. What the fuck has happened there? If Sonoda's ruined this again, I'm going to be really fucking pissed. I'm going to be absolutely raging. A second left of the session, so we're not going to be restarting the session.
I think it's Dadsy and Sainz.
This is a fucking madness. Big up to Reese. All right, lads, how are we doing? We're all good. We're all good. Gonna be wrapping up fairly soon. But what the fuck has happened here? So he's turned in.
Oh no,
and he's just in.
Oh,
fuck off, Sonoda, you useless sack of shit. Fuck's sake. Oh, and then you have fucking Sainz acting like an absolute tosser as well. Like, in God's green earth, what are these drivers thinking? Unfucking believable. Absolute fucking wet wipes.
It's like Sonoda just crossed and Sainz and Sainz just went, you know what, I'll follow you.
Fucking idiots. Fucking idiots. Hamilton will be second for qualifying tomorrow, for the race tomorrow. Verstappen will be down in third. Leclerc is on pole. But again, drivers not being able to fucking drive. Maybe Sonoda can learn to stop being such a wanker. Learn to drive, you fucking cunt. Does my head in. And that is another qualifying session ruined due to incompetent drivers. Leclerc last year, last session, race, last race, and now you got fucking Tsunoda acting like a wanker. I'm fuming, absolutely fuming. But we're going to wrap it up there because we've got a transfer talk at 3 p.m. So in about 37 minutes, we'll be back live for transfer talk. So make sure you tune in for that one. But please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out our socials, Let's Talk Premier League. No, Let's Talk EPL on Twitter, Let's Talk EPL _ on Instagram, and on TikTok at Let's Talk Premier League. And Chris, where can they find you?
Find me here on the official Waterland, the official F1 Waterland, and find me on YouTube, just Chris Wells, and find me on Twitter, Chris Wells 96.
I hear that. I do hear that. Indeed. Imagine tomorrow with 20 cars going there, mate. Fuck me. It's going to be a fucking horrific. That I can absolutely assure you of. It's going to be horrific tomorrow. But that's it, really. That is it for today. It's one of them. It's really one of them that, you know, shit sort of happens. It is annoying, though. It is very much annoying. But hey, there's nothing that we can really do about that. But we're going to leave it there. Big thanks to everyone that's been watching. We'll be back at 3 p.m. in 35 minutes for transfer talk. Plenty to talk about. Lots of interesting things. So until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a bit.